Thank you, Comrade Steve. Thank you. I hope the Vice President Eric Ate is here present, and that the Right Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly, Dr. Winnie, is here. Fellow Ambazonians, distinguished members of government, CDOs, county and LG executives, leaders of government auxiliaries, cherished invited guests, I'm sure some were invited here. I greet you all with deep gratitude and patriotic honor. Let me begin by thanking each and every one of you for your unwavering commitment and participation in the 2025 National Draft events. Your presence here today, just like your giving during the federal draft exercise, is not a donation to me. No, you did not draft to Dr. Sako. You drafted in defense of your destiny, in pursuit of the unconditional freedom of the Ambazonia people. You rose above every excuse. You gave like a people determined to be free now. You understood that delay is not just dangerous, it is deadly. For that, I salute you. Sadly, some have allowed their emotions to become so loud, they no longer hear the cry of the motherland. They have numbed themselves to the pain we must all feel if Ambazonia were to fail. Let us gently but firmly remind them. Our mantra has always been, until we reach Boya. If we fail, nobody succeeds. Wishing us failure is wishing yourself failure. Our mission must continue, with or without the applause of the crowd. We are to fight not only for those who believe, but also for those who doubt. We must run, even when mocked by those who tell us we cannot win. But hear me clearly. When players like you and I act like spectators, and spectators remain spectators, it's time for the referees to blow the whistle. And that, my fellow patriots, is what I'm doing today, calling all of us to order. Ambazonia is a commonwealth. It is our inheritance, and we will either win it together or lose it together. If we fail, and God forbid, we cannot laugh at one another. But make no mistake, if we fail, they will laugh at all of us. Our people continue to suffer under brutal occupation, wanton raids, detentions without trial, torture, extortion, and enforced disappearances from Bambili to Sako. These are desperate measures by the occupier to coerce a traumatized population into submission. Yet, human rights groups, human rights watch institutions such as Human Rights Watch often ignore these abuses while rushing to condemn alleged acts by men out of uniform as separatist fighters without investigation. They fail to mention that over 70% of Cameroon's security forces operating in Ambazonia are not in uniform. On the matter of our refugees in Nigeria, the illegal roundup and forced deportation of registered Southern Cameroon refugees by corrupt Nigerian security agents working in collaboration with La République du Cameroon agents is egregious. It is a blatant violation of international law by the administration of President Bola Tinubu of Nigeria. There is also the reported importation of Fulani gunmen, or so to speak, from the Nigerian state of Taraba by certain CPDM Bororo leaders in Ambazonia, in the county of Menchum and Dogamanto, to infiltrate our communities and perpetuate their mayhem on our traumatized populations. I call on the UNHCR in Nigeria, the OCHA in Yaoundé, and the International Criminal Court, especially within the context of ongoing war crime investigations, to take special judicial notice of these criminal activities. To you, the soldiers, all of us here, soldiers of this revolution, when something is going wrong anywhere in the struggle, as a soldier, you report it to the chain of command. You don't start by blaming leadership. This is not a we versus them struggle. Some of us have adopted the language of spectators, using we when things are good and them when things don't seem to be good. That's how retirees also speak. They speak in the third person or in the past tense. But as a government, we must verify adequately before we speak. If we react without evidence, we will spend our days issuing apologies upon apologies and excuses in diplomatic circles. And that is not strength. It is sloppiness. So when you report things to us, do so not as accusers, but as collaborators, strengthening our resolve and expanding our intelligence. Let me take a moment to appreciate our Secretary of State for Communication, Dr. Martin S. Mungwa. Like him or not, he is doing a phenomenal job documenting this revolution and advocating before the international community. There are press releases, I must say, he has authored or released that should have come from the DHA, the Department of Women's Services, the Department of HSS, the Department of Self-Defense and Security, or ANSC, the Director of Cabinet, or the Department of Education. But he fills in where many fall silent. He deserves not just our thanks, but our collaboration. This revolution will be judged not only by today's generation, but by generations to come. Some of our heroes today will be relabeled villains, and some of today's villains will be crowned heroes. So history is recording our actions and shall remember every detail. To you, the officials of our government, if something arises in your department, you must lead. Come up with a plan of action. Seek collaboration and move swiftly. I can write and you can sign. You can write and I will sign. We are a team. Let the home front begin to feel our presence beyond ABC and beyond the Secretary of State of Communication or the President. Criticism, on the other hand, without balance is sabotage. If you highlight my errors, also report my efforts. As a communicator in this struggle, feed your audiences with both the pros and the cons. Otherwise, it's not constructive. It is a hit job. If you don't publicize what I do right, your criticism, no matter how sincere, will lack moral weight. It will sound like hate speech. Let me salute platforms like Kemi Ashu that amplify our government's voice for the international stakeholders. That's what is meant by being pro-government. We should not be wondering at any time if we are tuned to a pro-government platform or something else. It should be obvious, or it is a facade. Let's not also fear being labeled hand clappers. We all clap. Everybody claps. It's just for different things and for different people. Some clap for the CPDM, some for Ambazonia, some clap for the opposition, others clap for our government, for example. So who are you clapping for? Please, just do what you must do sincerely and with a good conscience. Those who only comment your actions, sure, they are coming after you. They are behind you, not ahead of you. Keep moving. The unity of the struggle. Let me be clear. The struggle to liberate our homeland is not compartmentalized. By this I also mean it is not a tribal war. There is not an LGA struggle. There's not a county struggle. There's not a Kansas City 3 struggle. There's not a refugee struggle. And it is neither a diplomatic struggle or an ABC media struggle. These are all battles or battlegrounds we must possess. We must fight. But the war we must win is Ambazonia. We are expected to engage in all these fronts or domains together as one force, because a broken member is a disabled body. Victory in parts without the whole is victory in illusion. Imagine if each of us only supported the part that interests us. We will be stuck, not due to a lack of energy or strategy, but because of a lack of alignment. Some of us unfortunately cherry pick what to support and disappear from the rest. If everyone did that, could we even raise money again to do anything? Now that the county and LGA drafts are underway, let me ask you a question. There was once a man in a village who vowed never to attend funerals except for his friends and family. One day his father died. The villagers too said they have made a vow not to attend any funerals from his family. He was furious. But the question now is, was he correct to be furious? The lesson is clear. Whatever you do, ask yourself, if everyone did that same thing, will the struggle be stronger or weaker? Will your action increase or decrease our chances of winning the war or not? May 20th and security measures. As we approach May 20th, I call your attention to the high alert posture of our valiant Ambazonia state armed forces. They are working tirelessly to ensure that law and order prevails. A lockdown has been declared not to punish, but to protect our loved ones. We remember Bamenda. We remember Buya. Bamkikai Nkambe. Remember how the regime of Yaoundé will disguise killers to murder our innocent children just to frame our Ambazonia state armed forces. We say never again. So please stay home. This lockdown is a countermeasure against staged atrocity crimes. It is also a shield against political manipulation disguised by the enemy as humanitarian outreach or actions. Let us remain vigilant. Let us stay disciplined. Let us unite in strategy. on the TPS and advocacy in the United States. Let me also update you on the TPS, the temporary protected status for our people in the United States. As of now, as I told you before, there is no official extension or blanket extension of the TPS. However, individual applicants for renewal are being approved. Behind the scenes, we are also working diligently with some US lawmakers to craft a House bill urging the Trump administration to extend the TPS for all the people from the contraption called Cameroon who are affected by this war and are seeking refuge in the United States. There is no assurance of success in changing the position of this US government on this issue. However, our aim is to equip our own people, our Ambazonian people, with the legal grounds to stand before any court in America and say, this war truly is real and returning is not safe for any Ambazonian. This may help those who want to appeal the decision of the US president in court for a stay of execution. The call to the counties and LGAs. Finally, to our communities and LGAs, you performed admirably during the national draft events. But now is the time to mobilize urgently for your county draft events. Let no county lag behind. Let no LGA remain a spectator. No county has yet invited me for any mobilization meeting, and thank God for that. And I assume you are focused on delivering a powerful turnout. You have my blessings and my full support. Those who adopted our recommendation at the beginning of the year to structure their draft collections into monthly donations are already ahead of the curve. We are preparing to issue presidential letters of appreciation to those who have fulfilled their 2025 federal draft commitments. This will be awarded only to fully paid participants. To coordinate this, I will be launching the 2025 Honors Forum, a platform where we will celebrate those who stood tall in this campaign. This is our moment to tell the world we are not a scattered people. We are mobilized. We are mission-driven, and we are a united force. May God bless you. And some of us who had questions, some even sent to me, and suggestions concerning our upcoming Constituent Assembly in September. If you are here and you have the questions or concerns, you're welcome to participate in this assembly. May God bless Ambazonia, and may God bless our struggle for freedom. Thank you for coming.